The lady in the midst of all these fine gentlemen, her name is Lorna. Right now, she in a corner, but she will be in your corner. We want to tell you that she decided that she wants to represent the BVI at this time when it's most crucial for someone like her with the experience that she has gotten, the time she has spent in London, and all the other time she has spent in Hong Kong and everywhere else, where her experience is now needed to be born in the House of Assembly, in the halls of London, in the halls of wherever she goes in Europe. She wants to represent the BVI at this time as she runs for office. I told somebody today, Lorna is our Mia Motley. She ain't afraid of nobody. So when she goes overseas to represent us, she's gonna fight for our cause. And right here, she's gonna fight for our causes, whether they're great or small. That is Lorna for you. And I want you to welcome right now Mrs. Lorna Smith, who will be in your corner.
When things get hot like a sauna, you want a Lorna in your corner.
How are you, sit down?
Stronger with Lorna in we corner. Our country has more power with Lorna in we corner. The future looking brighter with Lorna in we corner. We have a real fight with Lorna in we corner. Yes, we have a rocket launcher. Lorna in we corner. Ready to blow up any monster. Lorna in we corner. No retreat, no surrender with Lorna in we corner. We have a real defender with Lorna in we corner.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. Good evening, District 6. Good evening to the people of the Virgin Islands everywhere and to everyone within range of my voice. After serving this territory as an at-large representative for 2 terms, Myron Walwyn has come home to his roost in District 6 because for him it's time to make the shift. Let me tell you, the love and respect for this man in District 6 and beyond is phenomenal. Myron is now home to win and to win big. In fact, the other night in North Sound, many spoke of your launch, Myron, with great anticipation. And they are here in the house tonight. Virgin Gorda, I see you. Seacoast Bay, I see you. Rawtown, I see you. All BVI, I see you. Y Miriam, gracias para sus palabras. Yo trabajé con Omar para muchos años y antes su matrimonio. I wanted to show Reynard I'm not a one-trick pony, you see. I'm not just about financial services. Tonight, I want to talk to you about our economy, as Myron did, and a little more in terms of how a new government will work. My vision for the BVI is for each of us to realize our true potential with a robust, resilient, and sustainable economy overseen by a government that serves you and not itself. And when I say serving itself, I mean through its self-preservation efforts. The millions wasted by this administration was for just that purpose, its self-preservation. But I am here not to speak of their irresponsible conduct, but rather about a bright, fair, and equitable, prosperous future for all of us who call this beautiful territory our home. I truly believe that when you vote for us, together, we will get that prosperous and bright future. We need a government that meets the daily needs of its citizens and elevates its people. A government that knows how to attract jobs and manage investments so we can thrive and prosper. A government that builds resilience into our communities so we can deal with the natural disasters and economic challenges we face. A government that will provide the infrastructure that our economy needs to grow. Which government is that? An NDP government. So our first priority will be our infrastructure. None of us can achieve our full economic potential without the right infrastructure to support us. We have allowed it to crumble for far too long. We are committed to its restoration and renewal together with our natural assets. This will boost our economy and create hundreds of jobs in the process. For us, the work will begin with clearing the bays of debris, removing trash from our streets, and repairing our buildings and roads ravaged by hurricanes, all contributing to look like a derelict country. I won't kid you into thinking that the government can fund the major components of this infrastructure work by itself. We must look at all financing options, including grants in special circumstances, partnerships with developers and investors, and yes, loan guarantees. With the right government guidance and oversight to ensure that any agreements are transparently undertaken and in the best interest of all concerned, I know that this work will begin in short order. Ladies and gentlemen, there are still too many of our people who simply cannot afford to rebuild their homes after Irma and Maria. They deserve to return to safe and comfortable homes. We will address this quickly. We have to keep it simple. Similarly, for too long, the dream of home ownership has been outside the reach of too many of our people, as Myron has said. Whether you are a mechanic, a public servant, a secretary, a waitress, or any of the hundreds of occupations we have within this incredibly rich and diverse District 6, a new government will do whatever it takes, including engaging with banks to make it easier for you to own your own home. Housing and our public infrastructure will therefore be our immediate priority for our new government. Many of our young and middle-aged people want to own their own home, but they are constantly priced out of the market. This must change. I promise you that in our first term as a new government, we will identify and, where necessary, purchase land for new, robustly built and affordable housing. Ladies and gentlemen, as I close, think about this. In exactly 24 days, there is a real chance for change. A chance for us to reclaim a BVI brimming with hope and opportunity. A country where every single one of us can realize our true potential. Together we can reach the level of prosperity and happiness we deserve. I have been part of administrations that have made this happen before, and I ask you for the opportunity to help us to do this again. The very thought of that fills me with tremendous excitement, just the thought of a new administration. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you not to be fooled with all this administration's rhetoric. It is purely their attempt to bamboozle you, to make you forget that we are in this sorry situation because of their bad management, their misbehavior, and their lack of respect for the taxpayers of this country. I ask you, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Only the current crew will say yes. But on every major issue facing this country, the answer is no, we are not better off. And the future in their hands will be even more bleak for us. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the most significant elections in this country's history. Yes, it is. If we are going to save ourselves and our country, we must vote wisely. Yes, yes. If we are going to regain our national pride and stand tall once more as a nation, we must vote wisely. Myron Walwyn has proven his worth as a two-time Minister of Education who delivered results. I ask that you vote for Myron. Now is the time for change. We must select the best candidates and vote to get the people you trust, the people with experience, and the people who will bring you hope. Who is that team? NDP team, indeed. I hope, yes, the red team. I hope that you also consider me worthy to serve you. Thank you. I therefore humbly ask you on the 24th of April to vote for me also, Lorna Smith, an at-large candidate, and this whole NDP at-large team, so that we may work for you and work with you for the betterment of these beautiful Virgin Islands. Good night, and God bless our one Virgin Islands.
Them things get hot like a sauna. You want a Lorna in your corner. I'm feeling stronger with Lorna in we corner. Our country has more power with Lorna in we corner. The future looking brighter with Lorna in we corner. We have a real fight with Lorna in we corner. Yes, we have a rocket launcher. Lorna in we corner. Ready to blow up any man.